start cooking a very interesting soup, a spicy soup called as rasam. Rasam is a spicy tomato broth. Before we start cooking, I would like to share a little story with you. I'm fortunate enough to have an aunt who lives very close by. She's a young lady who's just happens to be in her late 70s, very mentally alert and physically very fit. So I asked her, "Auntie, what's the secret to your good health?" And she said, "Hema, it's all the grace of God." But you know what? I think I've stumbled upon her secret. The secret is every night for dinner she has this spicy tomato broth, rasam, and rice. She has it every single day of the year, be it winter, summer, every day she has the same rasam and rice. So let's start cooking my aunt's favorite soup, rasam. For this, what we need is tomato broth. I have just cooked the tomatoes and made a puree of them. Then I have some spices like coriander seeds and cumin seeds, black pepper, a good generous black pepper, a spoon of black pepper, and this is yellow split peas and red chilies. And what you do is you go ahead and roast these spices. You have to shake these spices, not stirred. The spices have to be shaken, not stirred. I guess I'm watching too many of James Bond movies. So this soup, this rasam, has a little spice blend or a masala of these spices and the yellow lentils. And there's a certain way of getting these spices brown, but you don't want it to get it black. So it's just roasted enough to bring the aroma of the spices out. And you will start getting the smell of these roasted spices. You have to keep shaking them. And you have to be a little patient sometimes. And after about a minute or so, it starts to brown. You get this smell of the roasted spices. That's a good indicator of that you have to stop roasting it. Once you get that smell, you can stop it then. Yes. So it's sort of like light brown. You don't want to make it real dark. It's just toasted. You see that? And then let it cool down, let it cool completely, and then put it in a coffee grinder. Please make sure that you have a special grinder only for your spices. Coffee and the spices don't go together. You will not like a coffee smelling of spices and spices smelling of coffee. So go ahead and use a special grinder for just these spices. And this is how the spices will look after they've been roasted. After the spices have been blended, what you need to do is go ahead, add the tomato puree, and lots of water. It's supposed to be very brothy. It doesn't have to be creamy. And add about 2 tablespoons of this spice blend. I think that's good enough. And let it boil vigorously. And my aunt told me a spoonful of tomato paste makes a big difference for this soup. So go ahead, add the tomato paste. let it boil for about 2 minutes or so. Add some salt. And that's it. This is the spicy tomato broth called as rasam, which is enjoyed in southern part of the country, and it is enjoyed nearly every day. They drink it in tall glasses. It's supposed to really help you clean your sinuses. You know what I mean? Because it's got a lot of pepper. When you drink this soup, if you have any nasal congestion, it's surely going to clear up. But let me warn you also, this soup is not for the faint-hearted. If you can't take too much spices, it's better that you stay away from this spicy soup. Now to serve this soup, generally this soup is had with rice. I've put it in a mold, and I hope the mold comes out. Well, the mold is not coming out in its proper shape, but you get the idea, right? And go ahead and add the soup around it. A little garnish of coconut. And cilantro. So here you have a very interesting soup made with tomato, a spice blend or a masala called as rasam powder, which I showed you a very easy way to do, and garnished with some cilantro and coconut.